As the first in a new set of Spider-Man movies, the creative team at Imageworks had the opportunity to explore an authentic interpretation of this classic character, guided by director Mark Webb's unique vision, which was faithful to the original source material, yet grounded in a realistic way. The Spider-Man property has been in existence since the early 1960s and has become one of Marvel's most recognizable characters with a dedicated fan base around the world. When producers Avi Arad and Matt Tomac brought this project to Imageworks, it was important to everyone involved that we not reinvent the character, but capitalize on the true spirit of this timeless superhero. With that in mind, we incorporated the iconic action poses that define who this character has become over the years. Not only are we hitting those familiar poses from the comic books, but we're choreographing the movement in and out of poses so that the action flows gracefully like an aerial ballet, and the comic book panels become snapshots connecting our work to the source material. When we talk about authenticity in the animation, we're generally referring to believable weight, physics, and gravity. Although he's a superhuman, we still want to believe that our hero is being affected by and interacting with real-world physics in a believable way. In other words, he doesn't have the power to change the effects of gravity, but he uses his strength and agility to interact with gravity in unique and interesting ways. This is what we focus on in animation, and it's what ultimately makes him engaging and believable. The camera can be just as dynamic as the character as he swings through the streets of New York. The lens is often animated throughout the shot to achieve dramatically foreshortened compositions that have become one of the signatures of the Spider-Man artwork. The third part of the authenticity challenge was to construct a convincing New York City environment. All of the environments were constructed digitally from the ground up. All the buildings down the length of 6th Avenue were built to scale, including plazas and foliage and street lamps, food cart vendors and taxi stands, and all the subtle details that make 6th Avenue unique. With 6th Avenue in place, the streets were filled with animated traffic and the sidewalks populated with digital characters going about their business. In the end, the only thing that wasn't built as physical geometry is the matte painting of distant clouds. Mindful as we are about the history and audience expectations of this well-known character, we're still driven to push performances within those boundaries to produce an exciting ride for the audience and one that fans can truly identify with as well.